Hundreds of thousands of Rohingya are living in precarious situations. Many have fled by foot or boat for fear of their lives. They've braved the journey to countries nearby, countries that aren't all that interested in receiving them. Nearly 1 million now live in camps in Bangladesh in difficult conditions. The country has the largest Rohingya refugee settlement in the world, but the welcome mat has been rolled back somewhat. The government is now shipping the Rohingya to a remote island. They've been called the world's most persecuted minority. The United Nations says the Rohingya refugee crisis is the world's most urgent. Let's find out why. The Rohingya are an ethnic Muslim group in a country that's majority Buddhist. They've experienced decades of discrimination, persecution, and repression. Despite living for centuries in Myanmar, they are denied citizenship. The Myanmar government sees them as outsiders, as illegal. This means they're one of the largest stateless populations in the world. They're confined to the Rakhine region, one of the poorest parts of Myanmar. Poverty is rampant here. The Rohingya have limited access to food, housing, education, and work. They need official permission to leave. Their right to marry, have children, vote, practice their religion, all these have been restricted. Since the 1970s, the Rohingya have been migrating to neighboring countries to escape crackdowns on their community. They've reported experiencing evictions, land confiscations, rape, torture, and murder at the hands of the Myanmar military. In 2017, the military launched another campaign. Burning villages, beheading people, and raping women. Human rights organizations have used words like genocide and ethnic cleansing to describe what went on there. Hundreds of thousands of Rohingya fled to Bangladesh to escape the violence. What's their situation now? Bangladesh offers relative safety, but the Rohingya remain in a vulnerable situation. Their basic needs are barely met, and their future is uncertain. In 2018, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said her country had at least 1 million Rohingya refugees. Cox's Bazar district, where many of them live, is the largest refugee camp in the world. There are more than 30 unregistered settlements of refugees in Bangladesh. This means massive overcrowding. In April of last year, the government limited access to food, water, healthcare, and sanitation. This made living conditions even worse. Since the start of COVID, the situation has gotten much more critical. Think about 40,000 people per square kilometer. The Rohingya in Cox's Bazar live with 5 to 10 people to one room, with limited access to water and soap. So residents of refugee camps can't depend on social distancing or sanitation measures to protect themselves from COVID. And now Bangladesh is sending refugees off to live on a remote island at risk of sinking. What should be done? Bangladesh is a small, poor country. It continues to hold out hope that the Myanmar government will take the Rohingya back, repatriate them. But much of the land left behind in Rakhine state has been razed and seized by the government. There's nowhere for the Rohingya to go back to. Plus, the United Nations has said that conditions in Myanmar are not safe enough for the Rohingya to return. The Rohingya in Myanmar continue to face persecution and discrimination. It's the collective responsibility of the international community to work towards a meaningful solution for the Rohingya. Countries need to step up and do more to help the Bangladeshi government cope with the refugee crisis. And they need to exert greater pressure on Myanmar to be accountable for its crimes and to provide conditions for a safe, dignified return and guarantee human rights safeguards for the Rohingya. Here are some things we can do. Learn and raise awareness. Read and share what you've read with your social circles. Pressure our elected officials. Find out what they're doing and hold them to account. The Canadian government is playing a leadership role on this front, but it can do a lot more. Donate. International organizations are accepting funds to improve living conditions and engage in longer-term development projects. Do what you can and then try to extend yourself further. The Rohingya have gone through so much. They deserve our attention and support. I'm Safiyyah Ally for Let the Quran Speak.